Robin, good morning from New York. The headlines right across America this morning is that history has been made and that the country is once again in political uncharted territory. What's happened is the Supreme Court in the state of Colorado in the west of the country has invoked Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. There have been 27 amendments to the Constitution, and Amendment number 14 basically deals with citizenship. But along with lots of other laws in the United States, there are bolt-ons to it. And Section 3 says that anybody involved in an insurrection or a rebellion can't hold high office. Now, it's a Civil War era amendment which is designed to keep the Confederates out of high office and out of government. But of course, January the 6th, 2021 in America now is widely considered to have been an insurrection. And therefore, according to the justices in Colorado, because he was involved, President Trump is ineligible under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to run for high office again. Now, the Supreme Court in Colorado voted yes by a majority of 4-3, saying that they fully understood the high stakes here. Now, the problem with this is that there is no link between Section 3 of the 14th Amendment and the federal government in any way, not the federal courts, nor the federal government or the Congress. It's simply never been used before. It just sits there all on its own as part of the 14th Amendment. So activists have been going around state by state trying to achieve what has just happened. They went to Minnesota, for example, in the Midwest of the country, and were told there by the justices that political parties decide who runs for them. In Michigan, they were told that Congress should decide this. It's only in Colorado now where this decision has been linked by the justices. So, in theory, former President Trump could have his name removed from the primary ballot, which is coming up on March the 5th. However, the deadline for his name to be removed is January, so there's still plenty of time for both sides to argue this out. Robin?
So, John, what's Donald Trump's team saying about all this?
Well, he's outraged, and his spokespeople are outraged, and they say that this decision from the state of Colorado is flawed, and they are planning an immediate appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States, which, of course, is in Washington, D.C., and which is the final arbiter of all laws here in the United States. I think it's worth pointing out that the Supreme Court of the United States in Washington has a Republican supermajority at the moment, after President Trump, when he was in office, appointed 3 Republican justices to the court. And this is why his presidency is still seen as an enormous success among many Republicans, and one of the reasons why he's still popular and running for office again today and doing very well in the polls. It's also possible that the Supreme Court in Washington will do nothing and sit on their hands and let the March 5th deadline come and go. We'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, briefly, Republicans are rallying around President Trump. Chris Christie, former Republican governor of the state of New Jersey, who's running a distant 3rd or 4th to him in the battle to be the president, says that he doesn't think that courts should remove President Trump. It should be the voters at actual elections. And as for President Trump, well, he's taking the view that his enemies are rallying around and circling around him yet again, and he's been busy in the last 24 hours since the news came out, raising millions of dollars for his campaign because of this latest news. Robin?
John, thank you very much. Our correspondent John Terrett in New York.